And as much as it might be hard to believe, this is where the road to Wembley begins. It is. It don't matter who ends up in the final, whether it ends up being us, maybe. It's within the realms of genuine, well, not genuine possibility, but like legit possibility. But whether it's us, whether it's Manchester United, Manchester City, the more likely teams, according to the bookies, this is where it all begins, and at hundreds of other stadiums across the country in this extra preliminary round. And here we go, Prestwich Hayes get the game underway and the Stocksbridge season begins. So Butterworth tackles though, back to the left and ball down here, Hardwick playing it onto the left wing to O'Connor. O'Connor has it in the corner, opens his body up, right footed cross. Can Haslam rise to the far post? He gets the header onto it, loops off the line! It's Shea Stansfield with a goal-saving clearance. They're cursing themselves, some of the silly fouls. Are they going to get punished eventually for them? Steels will need to take advantage. It's short to Charlesworth, then to Haslam, who's in a lot of space on the right wing. Loft one, look at the far post. Butterworth gets the header, it's a good save, Hud. The Steels were lining up for it at the far post. Hardwick, Owen and Butterworth there. It was Butterworth who got the header, scored a header in pre-season, but Hud was equal to that, got low at that far post and made the save. Steels, Shildon, Billy Grulich-Smith, the Shildon legend, as that was a poor back pass from Prestwich, and it weren't going to go in, but Hud had to be alive to make sure that didn't go out for a corner. Stockbridge looked good from the set pieces so far. As Tinker takes it, throws it quickly to the edge of the box to Haslam, opens his body up, he's being closed down, left footer takes a shot, not far over. Let's see with Hardwick. Here comes Deacon's free kick, curling one, look at that far post, flies over, not far off. Lots of Stocksbridge players rushing in. Applause from the home fans. Big long throw down, headed on by Hardwick and then headed away by Bartram Conway, goes out to Stansfield, who tries to clear it, blocked, it's still in defence, and it's not to by Deacon, then to Hardwick on the right. Hardwick plays it across, and it's almost put into his own goal. Oh, O'Connor on the edge of the area, poor pass in the end, and that's going to stop that attack, and Prestwich will look to break, and they've got it to Sousa, the quick right winger who has looked positive so far, and Turner returns away from Turner. Now he continues down the right, plays it into the middle, and Phillipson intercepts and clears away, thrown to Prestwich in front of the brand new graphics advertising Ordin. Into the middle to Mooney Munoz. Back in the middle, nice one touch passing at the moment. Shot was going to go in Turner. I thought that was a great tackle. It's a free kick about 20 yards out. Here it comes, Fitzgerald's free kick, going to be on target. Great save, Garman diving to his right. Still, attack is still on. Cross towards the far side and it almost loops in. Corner here on the right wing. Here comes high, lofted corner, look for the far post. It's clear off the line by Stocksbridge. Owen's the one who's cleared it. It goes out to Shea Sullivan, and now he's going to get it onto the left-hand side, but it's going to be poor. Shea Stansfield, I apologise. And well, Turner, the captain, after Ross Goodwin's departure for Hallam in the summer. Delivery right into the 6-yard area. Hardwick with a glancing header, wide. He really is, and here we go. So the Steels are underway in this second half. They're in the yellow shirt, blue shorts. They wait for the throw. Tinker throws it into Deakin. Back to Tinker, lays it off the 1-2 to Deakin. Puts the cross in low. Goes beyond to Hardwick, tries to get the touch. Maybe 1-2 when he touches, forced backwards. Laid back to O'Connor, beyond him, who has to touch it back to turn it. It's beyond him. Just fine-tuning that passing is what's needed at the moment, as it's laid over to Butterworth on the right. He's got beyond his man, puts the cross in, and it's a weird deflection, and then licked over the top and on the top of the net by Haslam. Ball being lofted on, it's a good ball. Oh, he gets a touch of it, just about knocked away by the keeper. Hardwick is going to try and stop the clearance. He gets a foot in, Hardwick. It's great work from Alex Hardwick. He gets a trip and he earns a free kick. Or Hardwick. Here it comes, lofted ball, look at that far post. Keeper's mispunched it, and he's in the back of the net! I believe we're going to give that one to Alex Phillipson. He got the final touch. Alex Phillipson scores his first Steels goal. He gets the final touch after a poor punch from the goalkeeper. The Steels lead 1-0 in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup, and it's one that Lewis Hood will not want to watch back. And now the red is coming out of his pocket, but who's it going to be for? Yep, Fenton Reeves has been given his marching orders, and so has Sonny Roma Reeves. within an instant, Prestwich are down to 9 men. But they have the Steels do have a corner to defend. Here comes the corner. It's a good-looking corner, headed away by Owen. Going to go back to Sousa on the right wing. He misjudges the bounce, has to give it back now to Bertram Cowley. Away and Owen cleared to Deacon, lays it off for Butterworth. Butterworth is going to send it long over to Haslam. Haslam going to fight for it, and he heads it beyond Mooney Munoz. Haslam in the box. Can he find Hardwick in the middle? Haslam trying to find Hardwick. Ricochets. Hardwick almost gets it in. It's still in the 6-yard area. Back to Haslam. Takes a shot. It's off the line. Over to O'Connor on the left wing. Back to Deakin. To Turner. He's thinking of the shot. He's going to go to the left instead. Turner over to O'Connor on the left wing. Over now back to Turner. Turner. He's going to take the shot. It's drilled and spooned away by Hood. It's a corner kick. Thrown down to Deakin. Takes it. Looking for it on his left foot. Puts the ball in. Looking for Hardwick. It's a header from Silver and it goes out for a corner. He's the shortest man on the pitch other than Sousa, but he got the header. Tinker throws it down, looking for Hardwick, finds him, chests it down. Hardwick on the left wing, back to Tinker. Now laid it back to Hardwick, who has took it past one man, puts the pass across. Haslam takes the first touch. Silver with a shot. Offside flag is up. I think that was the correct call, to be honest. I'm afraid to say. Waiting for this corner from Sousa. Here it comes. Owner, good header, and it's in. Prestwich have equalised with 9 men. The extra man advantage count. 2 man extra advantage. Corner going in here. Rises highs. Headed in! Elliot Owen has scored on his debut for the Steels. The 2 central defenders have done what the strikers can't do today. Owen has scored for the Steels. He's rose higher than anyone else, and he's put the Steels back ahead. 2-1 to the Steels. Almost at the 120 that we had in the after extra time game the last time these 2 sides faced. Ball going forward, headed away by Owen, but goes back, and that will be full time. So it's been a fiery encounter with 2 red cards for Prestwich A's. Alex Phillipson gave the Steels a lead after knocking it in following an error from the goalkeeper, but despite being 99 men following a melee with both Fenton Reeves and Sonny Roma Reeves being sent off, Nathan Bartram Conway did equalise for Prestwich. But Elliot Owen, he rose high to a corner, got the winner for the Steels, and they held on against 9 men. The Steels will go on to face Bradford Park Avenue in 2 weeks' time. Ian Richards' former team. Well, hello Ashley and welcome to Stocksbridge Park Steels. So first off, how did you want to join us here?
After last season, first season in the division, I got 36 games under my belt. I just thought I wanted a bit of a change, just get some more minutes, different kind of environment. Last season, but I'm looking to push myself a bit more. I like the club where it has to offer. The pitch is very nice, facilities, the manager's really good, and just try something new for myself and just see what I can do.
So for the fans who don't know who you are, could you just explain to them where you play, what kind of performance you'll be bringing to the club?
Yeah, so I'm forward primarily. I like to play behind the striker, more of an attacking midfielder type role. I like to attack the box late on those like third man runs, think of a bit of play, and I like to break up play and drive with the ball really, and that's what I do best.
So you've been with us for a week training. How has it been with all the other lads so far?
Oh no, they're wonderful. They're really nice to meet them all. The manager's really nice. He joins in with you, makes you feel part of the team, and they've been pushing ourselves and everything. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of it.
Also, there's quite a few other former Brighouse players here, which you've come from. Is that been helpful in settling in quickly?
Yeah, like Harry's fantastic. He's great. Alex is very good centre back, so it does make the difference. But the rest of the boys have been really welcoming. You get to speak to them and you get to laugh and go through the trenches with them. So I like that aspect. It's been really nice settling in.
Now, the thing I've heard is that there was actually one other person in this club that you knew beforehand. in that you were coached by our secretary, Dave Towler, as a school kid.
Yeah.
Are you going to be telling Ian Richards, you know, Dave, your secretary, did that better back when I was being coached by him?
No, I'm not trying to get on the manager's bad side, but no, Mr. Towler was my teacher for 5 years from when I was 11 to about 16. It's really nice, really funny. It's nice to see him again. It's a good surprise, and I'm looking forward to it. It's good.
So, coming up for the season, what will be the goals this year?
Goals, contributions, get in there, chip in assists, work hard. I know we had 16 clean sheets last season, and after that, I'm looking to stay defensively solid, learn. I'm only 22, so I want to learn the game. I want to learn more about football, learn on some of the mature lads, and just get better, get out there.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright, thank you.
Well, hello Ashley, and welcome to Stocksbridge Park Steel. So first off, how did you want to join us here?
After last season, first season in the division, got 36 games under my belt. I just thought I wanted a bit of a change, just get some more minutes, different kind of environment. Last season, but I'm looking to push myself a bit more. I like the club where it has to offer. The pitch is very nice, facilities, the manager's really good, and just try something new for myself and just see what I can do.
So for the fans who don't know who you are, could you just explain to them where you play, what kind of performance you'll be bringing to the club?
Yeah, so I'm forward primarily. I like to play behind the striker, more of an attacking midfielder type role. I like to attack the box late on those like third man runs, think of a bit of play, and I like to break up play and drive with the ball really, and that's what I do best.
So you've been with us for a week training. How has it been with all the other lads so far?
Oh no, they're wonderful. They're really nice. Nice to meet them all. The manager's really nice. He joins in with you, makes you feel part of the team, and it's been pushing ourselves and everything. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of it.
Also, there's quite a few other former Brighouse players here, which you've come from. Is that been helpful in settling in quickly?
Yeah, like Harry's fantastic. He's very good. Alex is very good centre back. So it does make the difference. But the rest of the boys have been really welcoming. You get to speak to them and you get to have a laugh and go through the trenches with them. So I like that aspect. It's been really nice settling in.
Now, the thing I've heard is that there was actually one other person in this club that you knew beforehand, in that you were coached by our secretary, Dave Towler, as a school kid.
Yeah.
Are you going to be telling Ian Richards, you know, Dave, your secretary, did that better back when I was being coached by him?
No, I'm not trying to get on the manager's bad side, but no, Mr. Towler was my teacher for 5 years from when I was 11 to about 16. It's really nice, really funny. It's nice to see him again. It's a good surprise, and I'm looking forward to it. It's good.
So, coming up for the season, what will be the goals this year?
Goals, contributions, get in there, chip in assists, work hard. I know we had 16 clean sheets last season, and after that, I'm looking to stay defensively solid, learn. I'm only 22, so I want to learn the game. I want to learn more about football, learn on some of the mature lads, and just get better, get out there.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright, thank you.
Well, hello Ashley, and welcome to Stocksbridge Park Steel. So first off, how did you want to join us here?
After last season, first season in the division, got 36 games under my belt. I just thought I wanted a bit of a change.
Hello and welcome to the Best Construction Stadium for this Northern Premier League East opener between Bishop Auckland and Stocksbridge Park Steel. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft as we begin the year. Feels like it's not been no time at all. Obviously the Steels and Bishop Auckland got their seasons underway, both with FA Cup wins last week, but this is the bread and butter where both teams will be going for success in the league this year. Bishop Auckland make their return to the Northern Premier League for the first time in 18 years. The Steels faced them back then, won 4-2 and 4-1 in both those games. The Steels be hoping for much the same, even though it's a completely different stadium. So anyway, we'll go through the teams for you now. We'll start with Bishop Auckland. It's Ryan Catterick in goal, then Oscar Eckley-Aldsworth, Josh Robertson, Andrew May, Aaron Brown, Samuel Hodgson, Joe Bartliff, Jordan Fielding, Louis Johnson, Matty Timon and Brandon Holdsworth. The benches: Johnny Haas, Alexander Walker, Jake Hackett, Liam Cook and Jerome Greaves. For the Steels, it's one change. Stocksbridge Park Steels. For Stocksbridge Park Heels, it's Harry Garman in goal, then Tom Charleser, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Alex Phillipson, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and João Silva, who comes in for an injured Ashley Butterworth. The bench is Kyle Austin, Dan Nelson, Tommy Marshall, Luca DeFalco and Daniel Hernandez. Our official for today is Liam Smith, with the assistant referee. He's been Liam Beatty and Matthew Carroll. I can see that some of you are already in our YouTube comments, some from the Steel, some from Bishop Auckland. Hello Anthony, come on Bishop, and Alex going give it Butterworth. I feel unfortunately not here today. So we're just getting a few handshakes with the captains. Ryan Catterick leading Bishop Auckland out, with Curtis Turner in his first league game as club captain. The Steels in the claret and blue kit today, the first outing for an all-new away kit with completely different colours. Hoping for some of the success that West Ham United have had in the same colours over the last few years. So we're getting close to kick-off here, and it looks like we will be swapping sides, which means that all our fans will be switching ends, as well as they always seem to be the most annoyed about any swapping events, because everyone, our travelling sport, I know we like to be behind the ones who are the attacking team, making them out some exercise. That's probably why Curtis has done it, just to wind them up. So here we are kicking off the year, Bishop Auckland back in this league. So Bishop Auckland will start with the kick-off today. So we get ready for the Northern Premier League East season to begin. It's a long way to the end of April, but it all begins here, and both teams will be hoping to be in that top half of the table come the end. And here we go, Bishop Auckland get the game underway in the sky blue and navy blue shirts, sky blue, navy blue shorts and navy blue socks, while Stocksbridge is in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts and claret socks, kicking from left to right. And it's on the attack is Josh Robertson already for Bishop Auckland, putting the ball in the middle but intercepted, cleared away, goes to João Silva, touch it forward, Hardwick will miss that, no foul on him after coming together between the two players, and it is back with Bishop Auckland now, back with Ryan Catterick, the goalkeeper. Looks like it's going to be a 3-5-2 for the home side, with Stocksbridge in there 4-3-3. Catterick is way out of his goal, trying to pass it around, and I think causing some nerves in the Bishop Auckland attacker. Tom Charles, a good sliding tackle, goes to Haslam on the right wing, trying to touch it back now to O'Connor, just a bit behind him, and then he passes back to Turner, but Turner takes out his man, and it will be a free kick to Bishop Auckland. Seals going in physically already. Going into the middle here as Bartlett gets it onto Eckley Aldsworth, the former Newton Aycliffe man, who we saw 3 times last year actually. We're regular foes of them. Back with Catterick, captain and goalkeeper. Into his defence to May. He's going to get pressed by Silva, but gives it back to Catterick. He's way out of his goal. It's a risky business from the home goalkeeper. He'll be pressed by Hardwick, but he sends it down long, looking for Haldsworth. He'll head it into the middle. Hooked on by Timon, who's going to try and get to the right wing. Tinker should have that covered. Does do so and just boots that downfield, and it's going to stay in as Hardwick will press May for it. May, in the end, will just return it and send it out. It will be a throw-in on the left wing for the Steels. As always, we will look to keep you up to date with all the other scorelines happening in the Northern Premier League East. We have our video printer from football web pages, when we will let you know. We'll also try and let you know about any other scores happening involving local teams, including our Northern Counties friends. Thrown down the line, head away by Newton Aycliffe into the middle. O'Connor will get the interception, but it just sends it back to Catterick, and it will be sent long. Looking here for the forward, here for Johnson, but loses it to turn to O'Connor now. Now Charlesworth sends it forward, but intercepted by Clay Aldsworth, and he gets it back after the 1-2. And all the way back now to Aaron Brown, and then back to Catterick. And they're happy. Bishop Auckland will be a footballing side, it appears, this season. they've got the pitch to match that. It's fantastic. We even saw sprinklers, how rare that is to see at a non-league stadium. As Turner goes in with the sliding, tackling intercepts to O'Connor, now back to Charles, who'll take the touch. He's looking for runners. He's trying to go forward, and Haslam's claiming that there was an arm to his face, and it's not been, and Haslam's really unhappy about that. It's not in his character to complain that much, but I didn't think that was a foul personally, as it switched over to the right-hand side now and into the middle. Bishop Auckland will play it out there looking for Robertson, and Robertson will get it as he comes forward with it, gives it into the forward and then back to Robertson. It's good play from Bishop Auckland, trying to get beyond Charlesworth. Charlesworth with a clean sliding tackle sends that ball into the stands. Throwing for the Bishops, close to the corner flag. 3 minutes gone, and this game remains 0-0 at the moment. If you are listening on our YouTube channel, please feel free to comment. It helps the stream. It helps get to over 500 subscribers that we've got. As Bishop Auckland now on the attack, tries something in the middle, but intercepted by Deacon and to O'Connor, who sends it forward. And João Silva's going to look to beat the marker here. Catterick's way out to his goal and be able to touch it away. Silva did have the beating of pace on his defender. Is it back now with Brown? And then João Silva almost nicks it off May. And now Catterick will clear it away. He's being jeered by the fans as he sends it to O'Connor. Plays it simply to Deacon here. Deacon coming forward, goes out to Silva, tries to flick it past and comes off May and back with Catterick. Bishop Auckland are playing it back in from the defence here, but they look like they could be liable to a mistake back there. Catterick will flick it out to Eccles on the right, sends it over O'Connor, but intercepted by Turner, who just about keeps it in touch onto Deacon, but Healton might lose the ball. Sliding tackle takes it away from him, but it's going to go to Haslam. Takes it away from his man. He's thinking of the shot. It's a poor shot in the end. Can't get any connection on it, and it will be with Catterick. Jack Haslam, who may have been paying attention to the 10-metre diving before. He was a professional diver before turning to semi-professional footballer. Competed in the 2018 Commonwealth Games for Gold Coast. In the Gold Coast for England, came 10th in the 10-metre himself, beaten by his brother, who came 6th. Go to Robertson, into the middle to Fielding, then towards Bartley, who's flicked out to the left-hand side to Holdsworth, taking the touch, and he's on the side of the box here, back to Fielding, opens his body up. He'll have to play it back after the press to Hodgson, the coach and player, as he gives it back now to May. And to the right wing here, tries to get beyond Tinker, and he's going to do so. João Silva helping in defence, and in the end he does enough pressure on the winger, and it's going to be out for a goal kick. The Bishop Auckland fans not happy with that. I think they were looking for a corner or a free kick, but neither will be given. Back now with Garman to take this. 5 minutes gone, remains 0-0. No goals in the Northern Premier League East. Aspect are going. Owen hat-trick incoming. Elliot Owen scored his 4th Steele's goal last week, the winner. No? But he's a centre-back, so you know the hat-trick probably not incoming. As Garman will send this ball long, headed away by the defence, but Turner heads it back into Deacon, who tries to get on the left to Tinker. Tinker coming forward, crosses the halfway line, pass forward is blocked, back to Owen. His pass forward blocked, but back with Phillipson into the middle of the turn, and then back to Charlesworth, who has some space but is deep in his own area. He's going to look to find Haslam, and Haslam's got the beating of Robertson, and Haslam down the right wing, put the ball into the middle, behind, it goes to Silva, hits the bar! Silva comes so close to scoring the opener, but smashes it off the bar. Should be 1-0 Steels after that chance. He had a goal ruled out for offside last week, now he hits the bar. Now with Bartlett, who's going to put a ball forward, looking for Johnson. It's too heavy, and will be back with Garman, and Silva so close. The international for South Home in Prince Bay getting his first 2 caps as Charles just allows the ball to go through his leg, hence the jeering he gets. Silva got his first 2 caps for South Home Prince Bay, originally born in Portugal, but getting the caps in the World Cup qualifiers against Liberia. They lost both those, but an incredible experience from us. It's an interception there on the left by Hardwick, but it's back with the defence, and Catterick will be closed down, and the pass just beyond that Jack Tinker actually was from the pressing. And now it's Turner wins it now to Silva, who looks to turn. He's harassed immediately on the left wing. Back it goes to Deacon. Now to Turner, still on the left, puts the ball forward but blocked, and Tinker will try to get onto it, but it's back Bishop Auckland who have a chance for the counter-attack here. They're coming forward. Here come the Bishops. Turner misses his slide tackles. It goes to Johnson. On the left-hand side, moves into the centre, but the offside flag is up. And it will be a free kick. 7 minutes gone, remains 0-0. We have our first Northern Premier League East goal of the day. It's actually going to be Bishop Auckland's free kick, not a offside call. Must have been a foul in the build-up there. Our first Northern Premier League East goal of the season is by Josh Walker for Cleethorpes Town. They're 1-0 up on Brighouse Town, who survived via reprieve last year. Grant Black, the new manager there, facing off with the new manager for Cleethorpes, Craig Rouse. Back with Catterick now. Bishop Auckland happy to play back in defence as it's with Brown as he passes it forward to Fielding, but back with Catterick, who must have had most of the possession in this game at this point. Sends the pass forward into midfield, looks to turn to Bartlett, puts the ball in the middle to Matty Timon, tries to slip the ball through Phillips, and he's going to get pressed in defence as after the interception. Back with Garman. Garman will have to get it out his feet quickly, does do so, goes to Haslam, who tries to chest it in the middle, looking for the foul, not given as Hodgson collects it, and back it will go to Brown. Brown into the middle for Fielding. They're happy to pass it around Bishop Auckland in the middle. It's actually a very good quality game of football so far as Deacon just misses interception, saves with Bartlett. Bartlett will look now for the runner. Robertson on the left-hand side takes a good touch in, but Charlesworth will flick it away. Haslam gets it off his back. He will try and run onto it, but can't get onto it this time. Robertson will just about keep it in, and Charlesworth wins it well, and Charlesworth will come forward. Charlesworth continue to go forward. Hardwick making the run. We'll find Hardwick on the right. Alright, trying to get it back to Charlesworth, but Hardwick going to go through. Slide tackle goes in, and it will be a free kick on the right wing from a good position for the Steels. This will be where Turner will be wanting to deliver one in, or Danny Deakin, and it looks like it will be Danny Deakin heading in to take the free kick. Seeing who's going to be the attacking options. Alex Hardwick, our goal scorer from last week. Elliot Owen up there as well. Looks like Alex Phillips and will be heading up. So both of the Steels goal scorers, which were both from set piece situations, have headed up, as well as Alex Hardwick, and there's also I think Jack Haslam, the forward, in there as well, and Jack Tinker still looking for his first Steels goal. Signed in 2021, almost 3 years now since he signed, and still looking to get his name on the score sheet. Here comes Deakin, left-footed, swinging, looking for that far post. Haslam just can't get his head above it, and it will go out for a goal kick. So Allcroft going Tinker's turn this week, no pressure. One day, one day. So we back in defence, and not sure if the British Ball fans are too happy as Hardwick has the clearance of Catterick bounce off his back before going out for a goal kick, and Hardwick I think may have got clobbered on the head by that one. He might need some treatment. Concerning that one, he will do. So we'll see our first appearance this season of Liv Phillips, our physio. We'll have to do some treatment for Alex Hardwick, who got smacked on the head with that ball as he was closing down Ryan Catterick. So Alex Hardwick is now sitting up, which is good to see. And on quite a pleasant day here at Bishop Auckland, the players are just taking in their water, so it has been a good game so far. The Steels should have been ahead really. João Silva smacking the ball from close range, just needed to keep that shot down, but just unfortunate on that occasion. Bishop Auckland have looked good though, just not being able to create a clear-cut opportunity as of yet. What the Steels won't want is what happened a lot last year. Lots of chances, lots of good play, no goals, and the other team comes up with a sucker punch. I think Hardy's just being checked out by Liv Phillips to make sure he'll be okay to continue. If he wouldn't, you'd expect maybe like the likes of either Tommy Marshall, Luca De Falco or Daniel Hernandez to be the ones to come on. All can play in the front three. Hardwick is back to his feet now, and Neil just head off the pitch shortly, but I think he will be returning. So back will be the goal kick as it was meant to be. After it came off Harrington forward out, I think the thought was it going to end up looping in? Here comes the short pass out, goes to Bartley, who drops deep to collect it, will carry it forward under no pressure, but here comes Deacon to force him to pass it back to May, who takes the touch now, and he will pass it forward now to the right and to Eckley Aldsworth, sends it forward looking for Johnson, but too far ahead of him in Garman's hands, and Louis Johnson made sure Alex Phillipson knew he was there with a late shove. As Garman taking his time with it. And now will send it long, spins in the air before header comes off the back of Alex O'Connor, and Bishop Auckland will get possession, knock it forward, but Owen intercepts and will send this long, looking for Hardwick, tries to head it onto Silva, drops behind him, he's going to go out to play, it will be a Stocksbridge throw. Silva throws it quickly, looking for Haslam, probably a foul throw that, but not given, and it's back heel to Silva. Silva puts the cross in, looking for Hardwick, cleared away, and on the edge of the area Bishop Auckland will collect it. Good looking ball that from Silva originally. Now Deacon's on the ball, and Deacon gets it out to Tinker on the left. Tinker will put it in the middle now to Turner, now to Deacon, moved on to the left wing at the moment, slipped it through here to Silva, the left winger, looking to beat his man, but he's going to knock it off him and earn the first corner kick of the game. Stocksbridge did score their from the corner in the 88th minute against Prestwich Hayes. That was Elliot Owen's header. Can they do the same today? Hello to Karen Cook saying, come on Bishop, listening from a very hot turkey. Glad that even though you are not a Steel fan that you are listening in. And Jossie Craig Silva with a load of love hearts as the corner whipped in, but well claimed by Catterick, too close to him, and he's going to quickly get out of his 6-yard area, throw it out, and Bishop Auckland will go on the counter through Brandon Holdsworth, who is charging forward. Will lay off to Johnson on the left wing, gets past Charlesworth, who will try to stick his foot in, and Johnson, bearing down on goal, goes over on himself. I think he took out Turner at the same time as he went down, but he's going to carry on with it, Johnson, and now get it out to the right to Eckley Aldsworth. Eckley Aldsworth will now put the cross in, it's very high, looking for the far post, and over the top of Bartley, who was hovering at that far post, will be out for a throw-in, but it's the best play Bishop Auckland have done so far, and the home fans have responded with some warm applause for that. So it won't be back for Charlesworth to take this throw. 15 minutes gone in this game and it remains 0-0. With Stocksbridge having hit the bar early on. Ball thrown down and headed away by Brown, then flicked on, but then Turner heads it away. No Steels player there. It'll be easy for Eckley Aldsworth on the halfway line to get it. Back it goes to May. Taking his touch and forward it goes, and on to Eckley Aldsworth again on the right. Back to May. And forward it goes back to May, who Bishop Auckland not showing too much urgency at the moment. As it's put through into the middle and back in the middle it goes to Fielding. Forward now to Bartley. Back to Fielding, who gets it out to the left to Robertson. Robertson back in the middle now to Fielding, and happy to pass it around in the middle as it goes forward now, and then back to Bartley and over to the right to Eckley Aldsworth, who is thinking of going forward, but then it'll be back to Bartley, and Bishop Auckland just happy to keep possession, but Steels have always been happy for teams to have possession against them, as long as they're in this sort of position where they're not really threatening yet. As it's all the way back in Bishop Auckland's defence. Fielding. Back it will go now though to Brown, and all the way to Catterick. Takes his touch and long it goes, and all the way forward to Timon in the middle to Hodgson, but the poor pass and O'Connor will intercept. He gets it to Haslam. Haslam forward to Hardwick, who's well offside, and the linesman here, we're not sure which one's which, but one of the linesmen here will say it's offside, and it was by quite a few yards. Back with Catterick now. in with the goalkeeper still after just one pass out and back to him. Pass into the middle now to Bartlett, who will get it to Eckley Aldsworth on the right. He's taking his touch and he will be forced to go backwards to Fielding and all the way back to May. And back to Catterick. Taking his touch here and he just gets it beyond Hardwick. He was pressing and back with May and back with Catterick. A little touch from the goalkeeper in his own box. Steele's not pressing yet. And now Catterick will send it long, looking for Timon, but will go over his head. And it was looking for Robertson, but it went beyond him, and it is a Steele's throw. Charlesworth will come over to take this throw in. Charlesworth now launches this ball downfield, looking for Hardwick, but headed away by Brown and goes to Fielding, who tried to knock it long to Johnson. He was offside, and Johnson looked irritated that he got that pass when he was offside. Garman with the ball now, thinking of picking it up, but won't do so, and now he does. Short to Phillipson, will send it long, looking for Haslam, and headed away by Brown and into the middle. And Bishop Auckland are winning most of the aerial battles so far, but this one eventually goes to Haslam, who sends it back up into the air. Hardwick will look to challenge for it, but he loses that one out to Brown, but it's going to go to left to Tinker, and Tinker will push forward. Here comes Tinker, lays it off to Silver now on the left wing. Looks for the lofted shot, not far off. I thought that was going well over. It would loop curling down, and it ended up being a lot closer than I originally thought it was going to be. Silver looking like Stocksbridge's main threat in this game at the moment. He was looking for the spectacular on that one. So this is the third time Stocksbridge in a row Stocksbridge have had a North East trip to begin the season, and that's ever since the North East teams really started coming into this division. Obviously many refused before the FA said no, you're going to have to. It was as the balls were flicked over to Johnson, and the physical battle, it just goes over to the number 11 holder. Brilliant slide tackle there from Owen, saves it, and Phillipson's going to come up limping. Hopefully he'll be able to just run that one off, and that was dangerous. That Steele's not being able to deal with that long ball properly, and it's a corner kick for Bishop Auckland, their first of the game. Speaking of the North East, Ashington have taken a 1-0 lead against Ossett United. Jay Errington, the goal scorer. So a corner kick to defend for the Steels. Here he goes, he's going to get in the 6-yard area. Good header away by Owen, but only to the edge of the area. Here comes a shot drilled in, deflected just over. Not sure who got the block there, almost tuck it in, but it will be another corner kick. Closest that Bishop Auckland have got to a goal in this game so far. Will be another corner. Steels will need to press out quicker. Here comes the corner in and headed away by Hardwick. Goes to the edge of the area again. Another shot, this time well over and out to the stadium. Sainsbury's will take that ball and sell it for £6. Stocksbridge survived that threat. So Garment will have this goal kick. So this is the third time the Steels have come to the North East on the opening day. Last 3 seasons. Beat Dunstan 3-2 2 years ago after being 2-1 behind, a thriller of a match that one, and a 2-2 draw with the then promoted last year's Stockton Town. Another topsy-turvy game where both teams led. Ball going long. Hardwick heads it on before it's cleared away by Eckley Aldsworth. Battle for by Tinker, who knocked it forward, but then it's just going to be sent right back. Owen will look to win that header, but it was Bishop Auckland who get it back to Eckley Aldsworth, and Tinker with a dangling foot almost got into it. Goes to Bartlett, and now over to the left to Robertson, who has space to run into. Just moves backwards a bit and then gives it back to Fielding. Into the middle to Bartlett. Tries to find Johnson, finds him. He's going to move into the centre. Sideways run over to Timon, back to Johnson. Curling pass is going to almost fall short, but then Silver will intercept, and he's trying to stop Eckley Aldsworth go through, and eventually he is stopped. And O'Connor will look to run away with the ball. Instead he'll stop and now send it long, looking for Hardwick. It's a poor pass in the end. It's out for a Bishop Auckland throw. 22 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0. Looks like we're going to have a drinks break. which is a bit of a surprise. I don't think we had that, so it's that warm. There is a...
We had a drinks break.
We had the drinks break with the Hardwick injury. Hello, Vicky Woodcock saying listening from Hallamshire Hospital. Come on, Steels. So we'll have a drink. Cleethorpes Town are 2-0 up on Brighouse. Nicky Walker has doubled the lead for Craig Rouse's men. After a 7-0 win in the FA Cup last week, I think Cleethorpes are putting a statement down that they will be at that top end of the table next year. This year, I mean. So it's been a good game so far, despite it being a 0-0. Steels hit the bar. João Silva in the bar. João Silva curling effort almost looped in at the end, but then we've just seen Bishop Auckland who had their best period again. I think the Steels will be happy for the drinks break. So a deflected shot go just over. That was from Josh Robertson.
So today's 50-50 ticket draw has been made, and the winning number is 009163.
So I think an even game, I'd say.
009163.
Steele maybe just that slightly better chance. The one you think definitely should have been, really. That's the drinks break over, so we will get back to the action. As both teams look for an opening day win here at the Vest Construction Stadium. Emily are another team that have been promoted from the 5th tier this year. They have just taken the lead against Grimsby Borough. Nathan Curtis giving them the lead over on the Lincolnshire coast. They were the champions of the Northern Counties. Today here we are facing the champions of the Northern League. One of the two former Northern League teams will be facing Heaton Stannington also later on in the year. Catterick on the ball will give it sideways to Brown, then to Robertson. Haslam will try and trap back, but Robertson gets the pass down long, looking for Holdsworth. Head away by Phillipson, goes to Charlesworth. Charlesworth sends it forward to Haslam, who miscontrolled, but then game back to O'Connor. O'Connor will come forward, lays off for Deacon, who tries to take a step forward, but that was intercepted by Hodgson, and then Silver accidental handball, and then Turner runs into Deacon, but then forward to O'Connor, then back to Haslam, who also over top looking for Hardwick, and it was a high foot trying to battle for it, but nothing given. Every team battling for the ball. Goes to Haslam, who takes a shot, blocked, and then it will be gone away to Holdsworth, who will go for the pass to Johnson. Johnson's got the beat on his man. It goes to the left wing. Johnson in some space. Charlesworth will come back to defend. Johnson will get the beating off Charlesworth. Charlesworth looking for the slide tackle. Johnson could have gone down. He's ended up going almost the entire way of the box. Goes to Eckley Holdsworth. Then Tinker goes in with a tackle and blocks away, and Tinker's gone down. And I think the ankles connected with each other there, and that has hurt him, and it will cut. But Bishop Auckland will continue with fielding. Tinker back to his feet now, through into the middle, and then Tinker will intercept from a blind pass from Holdsworth, cleared back all the way back to Catterick. He'll take it short now to Brown. To Fielding, then back to Catterick. Taking his time with it. It short now to Brown, who will send it long, and Johnson's going to look to fight for it. It's bouncing a good way for Johnson, and Johnson just shoved Phillipson off. It's good work from the forward. Back now to Fielding, puts the pass into the middle, and back it goes to Hodgson. Looking for Eckley Holdsworth, just a bit overhit, and Eckley Holdsworth will fight to look to try and keep that in, and he just can't do so. Will be a throw-in right next to the flag. So, but Tinker will go to take the throw. He's back up on his feet well, after what looked like could have been an injury. So back with Tinker, still looking for his first Steels goal after nearly 3 years of being here. Ball's back with Tinker now. He takes touch, right-footed, will send it long, but it's just going to go all the way to Brown, and Silver with a big slide and tackle almost dispossesses him. Back now with Bishop Auckland it goes with May, and May will give it back to Catterick. Taking the touches as he carries the ball forward. Back now with Robertson and back to Catterick. Here comes the press just beyond Hardwick there. Into the middle to Holdsworth back to Fielding, and now over to the right to Eckley Holdsworth, who has probably been one of the best attacking players for Auckland, and it's a decent pass, but just a bit too ahead of Johnson, and it will be back with Garman. Just taking his time. Garman back with the Steels this season after having that short stint with us last year. Ball going up, headed away before it can get to Hardwick. O'Connor tries to win the ball, but loses out with Bartliff now, who carries it forward. Now to Johnson, who gives it back to Bartliff. He gets forward to Timon, miscontrolled pass, but he does actually get it to Holdsworth despite that. Holdsworth will now run at his man, and he's going down the left-hand side. He, on the edge of the box, goes into the box now. Looks to kill a shot, blocked by O'Connor. Going to be left now for Hodgson, who short pass to Fielding, and O'Connor will force him further out as it goes all the way back now to Aaron Brown on the halfway line. Now to Fielding, and puts the pass through into the middle, flicked on, and Timon just didn't seem aware that was going to happen, and now unable to clear it, but still on the attack is Bishop Auckland. Is Bartliff now, and he's going to look to switch it over to Eckley Holdsworth. It's a great pass, and he holds it down really well. Back now to Hodgson, into the middle now to Bartliff, and then Turner's going to get in, and no foul, and Turner gets it away, passes it out to Hardwick. Hardwick turns and gets it caught under his feet, but it's still going to continue. Tries to get beyond Brown, but tackled. Applause on that one. It's back with the Bishop Auckland defence. With Hodgson, and now to Catterick again, who has seen a lot of the ball. He'll send it long. He's looking for Timon, as Charlesworth heads it away into the middle now to Fielding, and back it goes to Brown, and back to Catterick again. Takes his time, short to Hodgson, and tries to get it to the right hand side to May. May gets to it before it goes out, and back to Catterick it goes. Take it in, touches his hand with it, slips on it. Gets a bit of a jeer from the Steels fans behind his goal, but he's well after it, so we won't probably hear him. Ball going long, headed on by Timon, and then headed on by Timon again, goes to Johnson, but Charlesworth gets somewhat of his body onto it, and he'll get the ball returned to him now. Charlesworth looking at his options, will send it forward, looking for the runner Deakin, but well ahead of him. We'll be back now with Catterick. Throws it out quickly to Hodgson, the coach and player. Into the middle, and back it goes to May. May will give it out to the right to Eckley Holdsworth. In the middle to Bartliff. Takes his time with the ball, and he's been pressed with Hardwick. We'll have to give it back to Andrew May, one of the 3 former Mass United players that played against us in 2022 when they beat us 2-1. Catterick, one of the others, and Matty Timon coming off the bench for Mass that day. As the ball's given back to Brown, and back to Catterick, who takes the touch, sending it long, and Phillips will look to head this away. He does do so. Turner will try to head on, but it's being well won by Bartliff. Forward it goes to Timon, and to Holdsworth, and Holdsworth will carry on with it, evades the challenge over to Robertson on the left. Charlesworth will barge into it, and he wins the ball, but will go out for a corner kick, where while the Steels have headed him away well, they've not defended the edge of the box well so far from them. And that will be something that I'm sure Ian Richards will be reminding his team ahead for this one. Hello to Lee Room Scene, loving seeing my company logo on the kits. That'll be Graphics, our new sponsor. Thank you very much for sponsoring us this season. They look great on the kits. Ball looped in and headed away at the near post by Turner, but it goes to the edge of the box again to Robertson. He just can't control it this time. Out to Holdsworth, and there will be a stoppage because Charlesworth is down. He's clutching his face, so it's the head injury stoppage. I know it is always frustrating when you're on the attack and there's a stoppage for injury, but if it isn't, seems to be a head injury, you have to stop and make sure it's all right. It's just part of the safety of the game now. Yes, I get it's really frustrating when you've got what looks like a good attack on the road. I know it's annoying. So we'll have a brief stoppage as Liv Phillips heads out to get more treatment. She seems to be out doing more treatment. A lot of treatment today so far. Keeping her busy. We do have a goal to tell you about. Newton Aycliffe have taken the lead against Sheffield FC. Wayne Whitfield has scored. Interestingly, we've only got one home team winning so far today in the Northern Premier League East. as Charles will be sitting up, getting jeered by some of the home fans, which is a bit disappointing because
I would say 4-2-6.
but we have got this stoppage now. It's a little bit likely to be a bounce ball back to Bishop Auckland. Bishop Auckland.
It's a bit weird because you can't tell the stand.
And it is quite a few jeers from the home fans, which is a bit disappointing because I say it's a head injury and you do have to make sure that all is all right with them. We have had a very warm welcome from Bishop Auckland up here. It's our first visit to this stadium. It's a brilliant little ground this. Actually, I say little, it's probably the biggest ground in this league. Charles will have to head off for a bit. He is back to his feet and the game will continue. As I think one of the younger fans was a less than pleasant chant towards him. Charles will hopefully be able to return shortly. It will be a bounce ball, but near the corner of the box on that left wing. It is one of those things. It is frustrating when you've got going, but head injury is a head injury, and it does work both ways, and we have seen it work both ways. I've seen it work against the Steels, and being that frustrating. And here he goes, ball back with Bishop Auckland now as Robertson gets it onto the left wing here. Yep. And here comes the right footed ball, cross in, Phillipson heads it away. And O'Connor tried to get away, but Turner will head it back to Haslam, who just big boot away. So it's going to go back to Bishop Auckland in defence. Catterick will gain possession and Steels push out. Catterick well after his goal as he sends it long looking for the run. Oh, Bartlett is a really good run. Steels looking for the offside flag, it is not being given. And as Haslam will be back on defence, back to the edge to Fielding. To the right to Eckley Allsworth, good run by him. Clip shot, and it goes in. Eckley Allsworth, who has been Bishop Auckland's best player, has lobbed Garvin and given the Bishops the lead in this game. It's 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. With this point to Stocksbridge currently down to 10 men at the moment, with Tom Charles who's still getting treatment. And Bishop Auckland have taken advantage of that and are now lead 1-0. Well, will Oscar Eckley Allsworth, the goal scorer in the Steels, will have to fight back in this one. Frustrating to concede. Steels had some good chances in this game.
The goal the Bishop scored in the 36th minute by number 2, Oscar Eckley Allsworth.
And Stocksbridge now fight back and get back into this game. Danny Deacon ready to get this game underway. And they do now with Haslam as Charles is still off the pitch, but he's back on now with the bandage on, the Terry Butcher style bandage, and while he's been gone, the Steels have conceded. Bishop Auckland very quickly taking advantage as Catterick almost loses out to Hardwick on that one, and would have been the worst way to respond after going 1-0 up. You have to say they took advantage because they did pin it onto that left wing where Charles would have been. Smart play by Bishop Auckland as Silva tries to turn round and tries to get past his man, but it's a cul-de-sac. But now he sends it back to Deacon, sends it over the top, and Tinker's fighting for a ball, and he has gained possession, and he's going to allow it to go out, and it will be, I think, a throw-in close to the corner flag there. Tinker has the throw-in here, and he's got some movement, but no, the options haven't really opened up for him like he would have wanted. Thrown to Silva, then it just comes off and will be Bishop Auckland's throw. So back now with Bishop Auckland, it's the goal scorer, Eckley Allsworth will take this throw. It has Phillipson, it's a poor clearance for Phillipson, and now Bishop Auckland are on the attack again. It's with Brandon Holdsworth. Holdsworth moves into the box, takes shot, blocked by Charlesworth. Another corner kick, and Bishop Auckland in the ascendancy right now. Steels have not lost an opening day in a while. It was 2020 the last time, a 1-0 loss to Kidsgrove Athletic. That was the last time. Feels like the last time the Steels lost an opening away game was even longer as Owen heads away that corner. Haslam trying to get onto it, but it's just going to be won by Johnson on that right wing. Haslam trying to defend, gets his foot in, will be a throw into Bishop Auckland. The last time the Steels actually lost an away game as an opening away game was against Market Drayton in 2016. But at the moment, the Steels are on their way to doing that. Ball's looped in, Owen heads away. Haslam will volley it away, goes to Hardwick, who tries to chest control it, trying to get it back to a man, and he gets it back to Charlesworth, who will now take it right wing long, and Haslam will look to make chase, but Robertson should have that covered, as in he will just allow that to go back to Catterick, who could have let it go out for a goal kick as well. Hardwick will make sure he has to pick it up. 39 minutes gone in this game, and it is 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. Ball going long from Catterick. It's a poor ball though, will go out for a Steels throw-in. So taking his time with it, Charlesworth, and then eventually will launch it downfield looking for Hardwick. Headed away by Brown, goes out for another throw into Stocksbridge. That's Hardwick. Not particularly happy with the linesman at the moment, as it's back to Charlesworth. He looks to switch play, but it's not a great switch. Tinker's going to have to chase that one down, and he's going to be closed down by Bartliff, but pass goes beyond him to Deakin. Deakin then is going to look for the overlap of Tinker just a bit ahead of him and booted out by May. Thought that was going to go into Sainsbury's car park for a second, but just about stays in.
That would be stuck in there.
Tinker with this throw-in. Steels look to try and find an equaliser before in the first half, goes to Haslam. Looks to turn, goes down the left-hand side really well, tries to put the ball in, blocked, and then well done by Robertson to make sure it doesn't go out for a corner kick. Cleared away and out for a throw-in. Steels will try and look to continue this pressure. A decent end to the first half, but they haven't created a chance at the end of this first half. From here to Haslam and back now to Tinker, who gets out to his right, puts the ball in. Not a great cross. Bartliff able to clear it fairly simply, and then headed away and back now, passed out by the home side, but then intercepted by O'Connor. O'Connor being forced backwards, and back it will go to Garman. This time it will send this long, looking for Hardwick and headed behind, and Silver's going to look to get a touch onto it, and Silver's more away than again. Goes to Deakin, who was on it turns out. Thought he might have been off there. Goes back to Silver as Bishop Auckland have got their men back in the box. Goes to Deakin now, moves in the inside, back to Tinker, who's looking on the outside, puts the cross in, headed away at the near post, and then passed out by Bishop Auckland, who are dealing with everything Stocksbridge can do quite easily. Silver's just won a 50-50 really well. Goes to the right to Charlesworth, needs some runners. Charlesworth putting the cross in, and it's just going to be well. Hardwick goes down under some pressure. He's looking for a penalty. It definitely wasn't one. And there is actually a Bishop Auckland player down after that, and we'll need treatment for him. And he looks like he's clutching like the backside. That looks concerning, because it's not actually any area you'd think there'd be contact in where he's clutching. Hardwick's going to get a talking to from the referee. Maybe there was more contact than we saw initially. Hardwick wanted the penalty out of that, but looks like it's Aaron Brown who's down, who had a good season after signing for Bishop Auckland about midway through. 22 appearances, 3 goals last year as they were the champions of the Northern League. As Ryan Catterick goes for his drink there, as treatment will continue. Seems to have had a lot of stoppages for treatment in this game so far. As Pettis Church won with Knaresborough Town in a local score, and it looks like it's been a good day for the promoted team so far. 3 of them are now leading. We have got Bishop Auckland here, Emily we've told you about earlier, and now Garforth Town are leading in a local derby against Liversedge. Matt Ancliffe has scored for them. They are 1-0 up there. So we're going to have quite a bit out of time in this first half, I'd say, by account. We might have 3 or 4 minutes add with how many we've had.
Three injuries and the drinks break.
Yeah. So it looks like Aaron Brown is back to his feet, and hopefully he'll be able to continue for the home side. It'll be back to be a goal kick. Well, it'll be a throw in actually that Silver will take, but it will be a Silver will just throw it back to Catterick, who picks it up. So now we are very close to half time, but we probably have more at a time on the. It's a good ball from Catterick, goes over to Holt from left. He's forced back to Fielding, loves it over the top now to Johnson. We have 4 minutes of added time. So Johnson on the left-hand side will play it into the middle. Now back to the left it goes, and then back to the middle to Fielding. Fielding tries to put his pass in the middle, and Deakin goes in a tackle, and now Silver will get it, and Silver with a bit of space, but he's then been crowded. He's going to send a long ball looking for Hardwick to chase. He's going to race with it to May. May will just boot the one out. That one, almost in the Sainsbury car pocket, bounces off the roof over there and comes back. I think that's where all the lorries are. I think that's where. Oh, so that's click and go. So if someone wanted a football, they almost got one. It's thrown out to Silver, and Silver's going to come on. He wins the 50-50 in the box there, and then loses out there. Bit of trickery goes on the outside, but he's going to be blocked off there. Now he's going to try and go on the inside, and then try to drill it in, and it's going to go out for a goal kick, and that ended up being more disappointing than I thought it was going to be. Maybe could have given it back to Tinker, who was an option. We have 4 minutes of added time to go here. So Auckland saying bit of pressure now, thinks we need 2 now. Well, wouldn't that be wonderful, but we just need to get the equaliser first, as Johnson's gone onto a long ball, really well done long ball on the right wing, tries to put the ball in the middle, goes for Owen's legs, then Owen at the second time asking, clears it away. Going to go all the way out now to be a throw-in. It's a Bishop Auckland throw. All the half times are coming in now from the Northern Premier League East. We'll be running a bit later than the rest of them. As Ekley Aldworth will launch a throw down. Tinker heads it into the middle, but Bishop Auckland hit it right back and then head back my own, but only to an Auckland player. Tries to flick it into the middle, and appeals for a handball from Auckland fans, but not given, and it's back to Charles, who little short pass to Turner. Again forward looking for Haslam, but intercepted by Robertson, and out it goes for a Steele's throw. Charles a throw now to O'Connor, put it into the middle, looking for Owen. Owen will now get it to left to Tinker. Tinker's coming forward with the ball now. He's going to try and put it into the middle, easily cleared, but only back to Phillipson, who's going to send it right back in that direction. Silver might just get onto that before it goes out, and he has just done so, and tries to try and look for Deakin, who kind of given up on it. Will just go out for a Bishop Auckland throw, but that's better than the goal kick because it keeps it in that area. 2 minutes of added time have now elapsed. The ball is now back with Stocksbridge. Deakin has it, tries to put it in the middle, goes to Turner, lays out to Charles, if really well, it's opened up for him. He's thinking of the shot, he said he's going to put the cross in, looking for Haslam, who heads it, loops, and just over the bar. He got good height on the jump, but wasn't able to get the direction on the header. And it is a goal kick now. So back now with Catterick for this goal kick. Sending it long. Headed on. Looking for Johnson, but then it's just cleared away by Owen. Haslam will make chase for it with Johnson. And Haslam's got the better of him there, but I'm a bit... Robertson's gone down there, and I think he's gone down by himself, but he's got the free kick. And it will be a free kick to Bishop Auckland. So back now with Catterick for this free kick. He will look to send this long because we are closing in on the end. We are 3.5 minutes into the time, and in the end he's just going to send that one out, and well, we are at the end. It's 1-0 to Bishop Auckland here. While Steele's had a great chance with João Silva hitting the bar. It was a lofted shot from Oscar Eckley-Oldsworth that has put Bishop Auckland in the lead as they look for their first Northern Premier League East win since 2006. The Steels have a lot to do if they want to get something out of this game. It is Bishop Auckland 1, Stocksbridge Park Steels 0. We will see you in 15 minutes.
As much as it might be hard to believe, this is where the road to Wembley begins. It is. It don't matter who ends up in the final, whether it ends up being us, maybe. It's within the realms of genuine, well, not genuine possibility, but like legit possibility. But whether it's us, whether it's Manchester United, Manchester City, you know, the more likely teams, according to the bookies. This is where it all begins, and at hundreds of other stadiums across the country in this extra preliminary round. And here we go, Prestwich Hayes get the game underway and the Stocksbridge season begins. So Butterworth tackles though, back to the left, and ball down here, Hardwick playing it onto the left wing to O'Connor. O'Connor has it in the corner, opens his body up, right foot across. Can Haslam rise the far post? He gets a header onto it, loops off the line! It's Shay Stansfield with a goal-saving clearance. Cursing themselves, some of the silly fouls. Are they going to get punished eventually from them? Steels will need to take advantage. It's short to Charlesworth, then to Haslam, who's in a lot of space on the right wing. Loft one, look at the far post. Butterworth gets the header, it's a good save, Hud. The Steels were lining up for it at the far post. Hardwick, Owen and Butterworth there. It was Butterworth who got the header, scored a header in pre-season, but Hud was equal to that, got low at that far post and made the save. Steels, Shildon, Billy Grulich-Smilth, the Shildon legend, as that was a poor back pass from Prestwich, and it weren't going to go in, but Hud had to be alive to make sure that didn't go out for a corner. Stockbridge looked good from the set pieces so far. As Tinker takes it, throws it quickly to the edge of the box to Haslam, opens his body up, he's being closed down. Left footer takes a shot, not far over. Let's see with Hardwick. Here comes Deacon's free kick, curling one, look at that far post, flies over, not far off. Lots of Stockbridge players rushing in. Applause from the home fans. Big long throw down, headed on by Hardwick and then headed away by Bartram Conway, goes out to Stansfield who tries to clear away, blocked, it's still in defence, and it's not to by Deacon, then to Hardwick on the right. Hardwick plays it across and it's almost put into his own goal. Well, O'Connor on the edge of the area, poor pass in the end, and that's going to stop that attack, and Prestwich will look to break, and they've got it to Sousa, the quick right winger who has looked positive so far, and Turner returns away from Turner. Now he continues down the right, plays it into the middle, and Phillipson intercepts and clears away, thrown to Prestwich in front of the brand new graphics advertising Ordin. Into the middle to Mooney Munoz, back in the middle, nice one touch passing at the moment. Shot was going to go in. Turner, I thought that was a great tackle. It's a free kick about 20 yards out. Here it comes, Fitzgerald's free kick, going to be on target, great save, Garman diving to his right. Still, attack is still on. Cross towards the far side and it almost loops in. Corner here on on the right wing. Here comes high lofted corner, look at the far post. It's cleared off the line by Stocksbridge. Owen's the one who's cleared it. It goes out to Shea Sullivan, and now he's going to get it onto the left-hand side, but it's going to be poor. Shea Stansfield, I apologise. And well, Turner, the captain, after Ross Goodwin's departure for Hallam in the summer. Delivery right into the 6-yard area. Hardwick with a glancing header, wide. He really is, and here we go. So the Steels are underway in this second half. They're in the yellow shirt, blue shorts. They wait for the throw. Tinker throws it into Deakin. Back to Tinker, lays off the 1-2 to Deakin. Puts the cross in low. Goes beyond to Hardwick, tries to get the touch. Maybe 1-2 when he touches, forced backwards. Laid back to O'Connor. It's beyond him. Who has to touch it back to turn it. It's beyond him. Just fine-tuning that passing is what's needed at the moment as it's laid over to Butterworth on the right. He's got beyond his man. Puts the cross in, and it's a weird deflection. And then licked over the top and on the top of the net by Haslam. Ball being lofted on. It's a good ball. Owen gets a touch. He's just about knocked away by the keeper. Hardwick is going to try and stop the clearance. He gets a foot in, Hardwick. It's great work from Alex Hardwick. He gets a trip and he earns a free kick. Or Hardwick. Here it comes lofted ball. Look at that far post. Keeper's mispunched it, and he's in the back of the net. I believe we're going to give that one to Alex Phillipson. He got the final touch. Alex Phillipson scores his first Steels goal. He gets the final touch after a poor punch from the goalkeeper. The Steels lead 1-0 in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup, and it's one that Lewis Hood will not want to watch back. And now the red is coming out of his pocket, but who's it going to be for? Yep, Fenton Reeves has been given his marching orders, and so has Sonny Roma Reeves. Within an instant, Prestwich are down to 9 men. But the Steels do have a corner to defend. Here comes the corner. It's a good-looking corner, headed away by Owen. Going to go back to Sousa on the right wing. He misjudges the bounce, has to give it back now to Bertram Cowley. Owen cleared to Deakin, lays it off for Butterworth. Butterworth is going to send it long over to Haslam. Haslam going to fight for it, and he heads it beyond Mooney Munoz. Haslam in the box. Can he find Hardwick in the middle? Haslam trying to find Hardwick. Ricochets. Hardwick almost gets it in. It's still in the 6-yard area. Back to Haslam. Takes a shot. It's off the line. Over to O'Connor on the left wing. Back to Deakin. To Turner. He's thinking of the shot. He's going to go to the left instead. Turner over to O'Connor on the left wing. Over now back to Turner. Turner, he's going to take the shot. It's drilled and spooned away by Hood. It's a corner kick. Thrown down to Deakin, takes it, looking for it on his left foot, puts the ball in, looking for Hardwick. It's a header from Silver, and it goes out for a corner. He's the shortest man on the pitch other than Sousa, but he got the header. Tinker throws it down, looking for Hardwick, finds him, chests it down Hardwick on the left wing, back to Tinker. Now laid it back to Hardwick, who has took it past one man, puts the pass across. Haslam takes the first touch. Silver with a shot. Offside flag is up. I think that was the correct call, to be honest, I'm afraid to say. Waiting for this corner from Sousa. Here it comes. Far corner. Good header. And it's in. Prestwich have equalised with 9 men. The extra man advantage count. 2 man extra advantage. Corner going in here. Rises high. And it is! Elliot Owen has scored on his debut for the Steels! The 2 central defenders have done what the strikers can't do today. Owen has scored for the Steels. He's rose higher than anyone else, and he's put the Steels back ahead. 2-1 to the Steels. Almost at the 120 that we had in the after extra time game the last time these 2 sides faced. Ball going forward, headed away by Owen, but goes back, and that will be full time. So it's been a fiery encounter with 2 red cards for Prestwich A's. Alex Phillipson gave the Steels a lead after knocking it in following an error from the goalkeeper, but despite being down to 9 men following a melee, with both Fenton Reeves and Sonny Roma Reeves being sent off, Nathan Bartram Conway did equalise for Prestwich. But Elliot Owen, he rose high to the corner, got the winner for the Steels, and they held on against 9 men. The Steels will go on to face Bradford Park Avenue in 2 weeks' time. Ian Richards' former team.
Well, hello Ashley and welcome to Stocksbridge Park Steels. So first off, why did you want to join us here?
After last season, first season in the division, got 36 games under my belt. I just thought I wanted a bit of a change, just get some more minutes, different kind of environment. It was good last season, but I'm looking to push myself a bit more. I like the cover it has to offer. The pitch is very nice, facilities, the manager's really good, and just try something new for myself and just see what I can do.
So for the fans who don't know who you are, could you just explain to them where you play, what kind of performance you'll be bringing to the club?
Yeah, so I'm forward primarily. I like to play kind of behind the striker, more of an attacking midfielder type role. I like to attack the box late on those like third man runs, pick up a bit of play, and I like to break up play and drive with the ball really, and that's what I do best.
So you've been with us for a week training. How has it been with all the other lads so far?
Oh no, they're wonderful. They're really nice. Nice to meet them all. The manager's really nice. He joins in with you, makes you feel part of the team, and it's been pushing ourselves and everything. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of it.
Also, there's quite a few other former Brighouse players here, which is where you've come from. Is that been helpful in settling in quickly?
Yeah, like Harry's fantastic. He's very good. See, Alex is very good centre back, so it does make the difference. But the rest of the boys have been really welcoming. You get to speak to them and you get to have a laugh and go through the trenches with them. So I like that aspect. It's been really nice having it.
Now, the thing I've heard is that there was actually one other person in this club that you knew beforehand, in that you were coached by our secretary, Dave Towler, as a school kid.
Yeah.
Are you going to be telling Ian Richards, you know, Dave, your secretary, did that better back when I was being coached by him?
No, I'm not trying to get on the manager's bad side, but no, Mr. Towler was my teacher for 5 years from when I was 11 to about 16. It's really nice, really funny. It's nice to see him again. It's a good surprise, and I'm looking forward to it. It's good.
So, coming up for the season, what will be your goals this year?
Goals, contributions, get in there, chipping assists, work hard. I know we had 16 clean sheets last season, and after that I'm looking to stay defensively solid, learn. I'm only 22, so I want to learn the game, I want to learn more about football, learn on some of the mature lads, and just get better, get out there.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright, thank you.
Well,
As much as it might be hard to believe, this is where the road to Wembley begins. It is. It don't matter who ends up in the final, whether it ends up being us, maybe. It's within the realms of genuine, well, not genuine possibility, but like legitimate possibility. But whether it's us, whether it's Manchester United, Manchester City, you know, the more likely teams, according to the bookies, this is where it all begins, and at hundreds of other stadiums across the country in this extra preliminary round. And here we go, Prestwich Hayes get the game underway and the Stocksbridge season begins. So Butterworth tackles though, back to the left and ball down here, Hardwick playing it onto the left wing to O'Connor. O'Connor has it in the corner, opens his body up, right footed cross. Can Haslam rise the far post? He gets a header onto it, loops off the line. It's Shay Stansfield with a goal-saving clearance. Cursing themselves, some of the silly fouls. Are they going to get punished eventually from them? Steels will need to take advantage. It's short to Charlesworth, then to Haslam, who's in a lot of space on the right wing. Loft one, look at the far post. Butterworth gets the header. It's a good save, Hud. The Steels were lining up for it at the far post. Hardwick, Owen, and Butterworth there. It was Butterworth who got the header, scored a header in pre-season, but Hud was equal to that, got low at that far post and made the save. Steels, Shildon, Billy Grulich-Smilth, the Shildon legend, as that was a poor back pass from Prestwich, and it weren't going to go in, but Hud had to be alive to make sure that didn't go out for a corner. Stockbridge looked good from the set pieces so far. As Tinker takes it, throws it quickly to the edge of the box to Haslam, opens his body up, he's being closed down. Left footer takes a shot, not far over. Let's see with Hardwick. Here comes Deacon's free kick, curling one, look at that far post, flies over, not far off. Lots of Stocksbridge players rushing in. Applause from the home fans. Big long throw down, headed on by Hardwick and then headed away by Bartram Conway, goes out to Stansfield, who tries to clear it away, blocked, it's still in defence, and it's on to by Deacon, then to Hardwick on the right. Hardwick plays it across, and it's almost put into his own goal. Well, O'Connor on the edge of the area, poor pass in the end, and that's going to stop that attack, and Prestwich will look to break, and they've got it to Sousa, the quick right winger who has looked positive so far, and Turner returns away from Turner. Now he continues down the right, plays it into the middle, and Phillipson intercepts and clears away, throwing to Prestwich in front of the brand new graphics advertising Ordin. Into the middle to Mooney Munoz, back in the middle, nice one touch passing at the moment. Shot was going to go in Turner. I thought that was a great tackle. It's a free kick about 20 yards out. Here it comes, Fitzgerald's free kick, going to be on target. Great save, Garman diving to his right. Still, attack is still on. Cross towards the far side, and it almost loops in. Corner here on the right wing.
Hello and welcome back to the Vest Construction Stadium for this Northern Premier League East tie between Bishop Auckland and Stocksbridge Park Steels. It's currently 1-0 to Bishop Auckland after Oscar Eckley-Aldsworth's cross-come shot was able to loft over Garman and end up in the back of the net. The Steels will be looking to fight back in this second half and look to get on the scoreboard for this season. Something they've done every year we've had Ian manager.
What the numbers were on the Club 50 thing?
Oh, God. Sorry? Pass it, then I don't know. So.
Do you know what the numbers were on the 50?
So we are almost ready for kick-off it. Our referee Liam Smith is with the ball, getting back to the centre spot while both teams are out. Just saying hello to Craig Moore, saying up the Bish, and Richard Cook going good luck to the Bishops for the second half. God, we've got too many Bishops Auckland fans in here. We need to get some more Steels fans to outnumber them. If you're a Steels fan listening, just comment. We need to dwarf the Bishop Auckland because it looks a bit bad, you know, if there's more Bishop Auckland fans on the stream than Steels fans. Steels will be the ones kicking this off. We have Danny Deakin on the ball. Yes, Aspect RL saying, come on Steels, we need that. So it's back to, Danny Deakin standing over the ball, right, waiting. And here we go. So the Steels get the second half underway in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts and claret socks, kicking from right to left, while Bishop Auckland in the sky blue shirts, navy blue shorts and navy blue socks, kicking from left to right. The teams are as follows. There's no changes at the break. So for Bishop Auckland, it's Ryan Catterick in goal, then Oscar Eckley-Aldsworth, the goal scorer, Josh Robertson, Andrew May, Aaron Brown, Sam Hodgson, Joe Bartliff, Jordan Fielding, Louis Johnson, Matty Timon and Brian Holder. The bench is Johnny Haas, Alexander Walker, Jake Hackett, Liam Cook and Jerome Greaves. For Stocksbridge, it's Harry Garman in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Alex Phillips and Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and João Silva. The bench is Carol Austin, Dan Nelson, Tommy Marshall, Luca DeFalco and Daniel Hernandez. Ball lofted to the edge of the box where Deakin is. He's been forced out wide and he's back to Charlesworth, who's going to put a cross in, but it's headed away at the edge of the area, and this could turn into an attack as Timon will look to get it onto the left wing for Holdsworth. Just a bit too overhit and will go out for a throw-in. So I know the attendance here are 440 people here for Bishop Auckland's return to the Northern Premier League East, their first time in 18 years in this league. As Charles puts it in the middle to Deakin, forced backwards, back to Charlesworth, who lofts it over the top, but off it goes for a throw. So back it goes into defence as Bishop Auckland, if they don't know what they have an idea what they want to do, will do so as Catterick clears it under pressure from Hardwick though. Back to Tinker, will head it back into midfield. No one's there for it other than a Bishop Auckland player. It's Barcliffe on the ball, who seems to be everywhere in midfield. But a poor pass there allows Silva to intercept, but that was a poor pass itself though. Phillipson able just to send that upfield as Hardwick gets a head onto it, goes to Deakin, who back to Tinker, who's going to send it forward, headed away from him. Haslam will get to it, but then he's going to lose out in there to Fielding. Haslam looks just not as comfortable on the right wing as he does as a centre forward. That might be a choice for Ian Richards to have to make in future as the ball goes forward, head on, but only for Owen to clear away. Goes into the middle, and it's going to be contested header. Deacon gets the header, but in the end it's Bartlett who gets the ball and he sends it forward to Johnson. It's a good ball. Johnson on the right wing. Owen's going to have to cover him. It's Johnson facing it with Owen. He goes on the outside, puts the cross in, and Phillipson clears. Goes all the way to Eckley Aldsworth, but headed away before he can get to it. Out now to Fielding, puts it in the middle, and back it goes to Fielding, and out to the right to Eckley Aldsworth, the goal scorer, puts the cross in. It's a good looking cross, headed away by Phillipson. Owen's going to have to get this one away, not very well though. Goes to Barcliffe in the box. He's got back to goal though, and back it will go again, and then back now to Barcliffe. Out to the right, but blocked by Silver. Will get to its man to Eckley Aldsworth, and he will return it to Barcliffe, and he will send it back into the defence to Brown, and he will then send it over to May, and steals a pressing Auckland out, but then the pass goes to the right to Eckley Aldsworth. It's a good pass, and he's looking for the run off field. It's over here, but out for a goal kick. 48 minutes gone in this game. Just before the break, Doncaster Rovers took a 1-goal lead in their game. It was Lee Molyneux, the goal scorer. With Garman now. He's getting jeered by the home fans, as is tradition, before the ball goes long, and there's once before it's headed somewhat away by Hodgson, coming together between a few players. Hardwick a bit annoyed with it all, but it is Stocksbridge's ball as Silver is forced backwards and back to Deakin, short to Tinker, who goes forward to Turner, who tries to get out of trouble, does get out of that trouble, then runs into it. Back though to Deakin, who lost it over the top, looking for Tinker, and almost had it behind him, but Bishop Auckland just able to get it away to Bartlett, and then into the middle, and some good play in the middle. Silver there almost wins the ball, but Tinker will win the ball, and now it's a bit of 50-50 in the middle, and Bishop Auckland coming off best so far. That ball goes to Johnson, it's physical battle. I think it came off Phillipson's arm there, but it's a 50-50 between Owen and Johnson, and Owen wins out on that one, and then sent away. Johnson might get in the book as he was late on that sliding challenge. That one was a revenge tackle. So he's going to get a talking to from the referee on that occasion. Well, we see where that comes. We've got some goals to tell you about. Carlton Town are 1-0 up on Bridlington. Jack Newell has scored, and there's going to be no booking for Louis Johnson there. And all the promoted teams are now winning. Heaton Stannington are ahead against Belper Town. Leighton Hopper has scored to put them 1-up against Belper.
Excellent.
So interesting to see all 4 promoted teams winning. Hopefully that won't be the case by the end of the day, and hopefully that means Stocksbridge will get it back. We are, for the Bishop Auckland fans, we are completely biased, just to tell you, in case you can't tell. As Tinker runs into Deakin a bit, and that loses the ball because of that. Maybe just some last-minute gelling that needs to happen with this team, and Phillipson tries to press, and back it goes and all the way back to Carteret. Well, I know it's going to fall short, but then pass back to Carteret. Hicken, O'Connor, who is the chief presser, it seems, almost gets Carteret, gets Tinker, lands awkwardly after going up for that header. There'll be a stoppage just to make sure if he needs treatment. Might have stretched his back going for that, looking at the way he... It was not a good gymnast landing that. And he's going to need... Liv, Jack will be back up, Liv sent back to the bench. The very comfy benches, I noticed on the way through. I mean, I think if you're a substitute, you don't want to come on. I think that's how you keep your bench happy. Bishop Auckland keep their bench happy and not annoyed about being not started, is the fact that their benches look really comfortable. Oh, I was wrong. All promoted teams weren't winning. Now they are, though. Sherwood Colliery leading 1-0 against Consett. Another penalty, Aaron Corpel. So 5 promoted teams, all 5 winning as Howard gets out to Haslam, sent forward looking for Silver. Silver trying to get the beating, and he does get the beating of Eckley Aldsworth. He's been forced backwards though, and eventually, but he was offside, is being given on Silver. That was a really late call. That's the sort of call you see in the Premier League when they're thinking, oh, VAR will overturn it if it's wrong. Not in the Northern Premier League East, where you'll be shocked to learn we don't have VAR. Catterick sends the ball long and headed on, looking for Johnson, but Owen will clear. Back it goes though to Hodgson, and when that back has him, goes to O'Connor, then back to Charlesworth, who will take it forward, but now he's forced backwards and short to Turner, sending it forward to Haslam, and Haslam will lose the ball, but Charlesworth wins it back. And he goes down and nothing given, but forward and poor pass, and Stocksbridge looking for the free kick, but not getting it. Then Tinker's won it well. Tinker lays it off to Silver. Silver facing up with Eckley Aldsworth. Silver got some options now. Lays it off to the left, looking for Deacon. Sliding down and stops. He comes off Deacon, throwing to the Bishops. Doncaster have been pegged back. It's 1-1 there. Walton has equalised for Accrington Stanley. And the one relegated side in our league are also now leading. Bradford Park Avenue's Kareem Hassan Smith has given them the lead against North Ferriby. We will be facing Bradford Park Avenue in 2 weeks in the FA Cup. As Phillipson clears it out, looking for Haslam, chests it down, and then over to the left to Deacon, controls it well, back to Tinker over the top, looking for Silver, but too far, and back with Catterick. 53 minutes gone. And the Steelers have sent their subs out to warm up, so we might see one of them shortly. Not a great ball forward for Catterick, but just find the number 10 Timon, and back it goes to Fielding, forward to Johnson, manages to control it well, and now we'll lay it off to the left to Robertson, who's come forward well. Robertson burst the pace, and then Haslam is able to go with a tackle, and then coming away with the ball is O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth now. Okay, touch into O'Connor, who sends it forward, but no one's there for it, and it will just go for a throw-in. Pontefract Collieries, it's an all-new management team, a lot of new players there, but some things don't change. Down to 10 men. Gavin Roffery has just been sent off for them. And Sheffield FC have equalised against Newton Aycliffe. Luke Aldrich has scored. And it's just with Bishop Auckland now, just trying to get the build-up going, as Hodgson touch it out now to Fielding, and back it will go to Brown, and back to Catterick, the king of possession for Bishop Auckland. Right, the ball pass to Silver. Silver trying to get onto his next touch, he just can't do so. I think he might have tried the map one if he had, because he's got Catterick well to his goal. It's a great pass to Johnson. Johnson goes one-on-one, takes a shot, hits the bar! The fans are cheering in the stand before he even hit it. It hits the bar, it's a goal kick, the Steel's get a lead off. Brighouse have got one back against Cleveland's Town. Danny Edwards, it was a killer pass that from Bishop Auckland. Found Louis Johnson brilliantly, he just didn't have the finish. He sends it over Garman and onto the bar, and then out for a goal kick. Have you just cramped it here? Never mind, it's the opening game of the season, and media assistant Akira Fanvia has cramped while sitting down. Ball goes long, O'Connor heads it on, head on by Deacon to the right to Haslam, who heads it on. It's going to be covered by May, who clears it away, gets to Bartlett, who chests it, and then booted away, going to Turner though, who will send it forward, looking for Haslam, but head away if they can get to him, or Hardwick, who was hovering. Brown on the ball, gives it short and then forward, and then Owen gets the touch away, but he's still back with Bishop Auckland. They're going to send one over the top. Owen will head that back into the middle, and it's with Bishop Auckland who touch it on to Timer, then gets it back after being blocked. Will look to find Louis Johnson again. It's a good pass. Johnson just about keeps it in, but he can't keep it in himself. Will be a goal kick.
I'm alright. You need physio, don't you? Yeah, anyone.
We're going to send the kid down to see Liv in a minute.
This is bad, isn't it? I mean, this is a sunny day. Yeah.
That's speed racing. Go on, Elliot Owen. Had a good game though, maybe just got caught on that pass which Louis Johnson ledged on to. So back now with Garman.
I told you I'm too old for this now. I'm not trying it.
So back for Garman, who will send this long, but just out to play, and it will be a throw-in. 57 minutes gone, still 1-0 to Bishop Auckland. Steels haven't really had a clear-cut chance in the second half yet.
funny, I crammed both my legs.
Right, now for Eckley Alsworth, the goal scorer of this throw-in, just on the halfway line. Well, it's going to be on the halfway line, past the halfway line when he takes it. Downfield it goes, and Timer heads off the back. Tinker gets it back, and Tinker trying to go in for it, back to Fielding, who tries to loop a ball in, and it goes over the top trying to get to it. Phillipson will clear, and it's out for another throw on that halfway line. It's going to be a brief stoppage while Louis Johnson gets back to his feet. He will be back, so the game will now resume.
6 minutes. 36? Yeah. 36. Not for me, for someone else, all right.
So, Eckley Alsworth looking for his options from this throw, will now launch it downfield beyond Tinker it goes. Louis Johnson going to shunt to Owen. Owen gets a foot onto it and wins it back. He will clear away, clattered into Owen at the end by Johnson, and Johnson will find himself in the book for that. Bishop Auckland fans not happy, but I think it's the fact it was the second foul of a very similar fashion. And it's going to be a free kick. There's no one behind you.
No, there are people there.
Substitution for Stocksbridge.
Stocksbridge are making this up. And João Silva will be heading on for Tommy Marshall, who makes his first appearance of the season. Signed again this summer after being on loan from Chesterfield last year. He will head onto the right wing and Haslam onto the left. An early sub as Ian Richards looks to change things. Garman gonna send it long. O'Connor will look for the header, but a big header away. Goes back to Owen, and then Tinker will volley it forward, looking for Haslam, and he gets a good touch. Haslam looks to burst through. Haslam goes down under a bit of a push, continues with it, and then loses the ball. Bishop Auckland will come away with it, and it's only cleared to O'Connor, who gives it back to Charlesworth, who's got the Terry Butcher bandages on at the moment. Charlesworth puts a loft across and looking for Haslam, chests it down, shunts to the back. Hardwick trying to touch it down, lofts it over the top, headed away to the left-hand side of their box, and then it's Robertson who clears it off Marshall, and it will be a Bishop's throw-in. Dunstan are now ahead against the 10-man of Pontefract Collieries. Dale Pearson has scored from the spot. That's a big throw from Robertson downfield, headed away by Charles, goes to Deacon, who controls it well, back to Charlesworth, takes a short option to O'Connor. O'Connor puts the pass forward, looking for Turner, but knocked away from him. Bishop Auckland gets it, but it's a poor pass, gives it to O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth now. Charlesworth trying to put the cross in, look for Hardwick, headed away from him. Gives it back to O'Connor now, Deacon in the centre, but he's going to lose that ball. And now it's a potential counter-attack, but Tinker's read it really well, comes back, wins it, and now it's with Turner, who will get it to the right wing. Back now with Charlesworth again. Charlesworth thinking about ball in, but they'll move into the middle. And then over to Haslam, who looks to turn his mind, got the option of Tinker, goes to Tinker, takes it in, takes it wide, goes up, down under pressure, no penalty. I don't think there was enough of a push on for that one. As appeal for handball and Johnson aren't given. Back to Bishop Auckland, into the middle to Fielding, and to the left to Bartliff, and out into the defence, and he's going to be sent long, headed away by Owen, and Tinker won't keep that one in, will be a Bishop's throw. Maybe Tinker should have just taken the shot earlier on that one. Louis Johnson goes one-on-one, takes it wide. 2-0 to Bishop Auckland, and the Steels are heading to an opening day loss. The Steels have been done by a long ball, and that is what's going to really, really upset Ian Richards, because it was a very, very simply constructed ball. That's what's frustrating. It was
22nd minute by number 9, Louis Johnson.
So it was so simple, it was just a long ball over the top that was headed on. It was really simply done, and that's what the Steels will be really angry about. They've conceded just a daft goal that they should never have done. Steels now 2-0 down. And Garmin would be very, very right to be upset with his defence because they just let a very easy goal go in. Alex Hardwick, I think, is saying it was a foul throw to begin with. It's a very, very desperate attempt at an appeal. I don't think even VAR would call one back for that.
Never change their minds.
As Charles throws it to O'Connor, back to Charlesworth. Charlesworth goes forward, pass forward to Hardwick, comes off the back of his heels and back it goes into the midfield, and Stocksbridge have a lot to do if they want to come back.
Hello.
Onto the left wing now. Back into the middle now to Hodgson, and forward it goes and back to the left, and Charlesworth, good sliding tackle, goes in. Forced out here to the right, and he'll look to try and get beyond his man, but he's going to lose the ball. Back it goes into midfield for Bishop Auckland. Ball goes forward to middle. Owen tackles and then back to Turner, who wins the ball well. Turner is opened up for him here, as Turner will come forward now to Haslam on the left. Haslam will go down the left hand side here, tries to get beyond Eckler-Ellsworth, tries to put in the middle, it deflects Eckler-Ellsworth. It's a poor cross in the end and is cleared away. Owen will look to be the first one onto it, does get it forward. Turner does well to shield his man off the ball as he goes forward, treads on the ball a bit. Back in the middle to O'Connor, forward looking for Deacon, cleared away before it can get to him. Goes, it will be a throw-in. There's only one Louis Johnson getting. Yeah, it was a good finish from him after hitting the bar previously. All through to Haslam, back to Tinker. Forward looking for Hardwick, but he's going to just about get away with the ball here, and he's going to get it on the left-hand side and hide, but he's back to goal, and right-footed will look for the cross in the middle. Look at Marshall, had a great save. Marshall's going to bundle that one in. Now, he ends up diving and chesting it in, and it's 2-1 with Tommy Marshall getting it in, and the Steels are back into it. It is a madly scored goal. He's got every part of his body onto it in the end, and it's now 2-1. An absolutely bizarre goal from Tommy Marshall, but now the Steels have a chance of getting back into this. It's a long lofted one. Garman has almost conceded that. They've had a shot from the halfway line. Garman's almost spilled that into his own goal. It's going to be a corner kick. That one was, oh my God. Garman would have ended up on, he'd been on YouTube for a while, weren't he, if that had ended up in. It's a corner kick for the Steels to defend. A bit of pushing and shoving in that box at the moment. And I think it's a Bishop Auckland who's getting tough, and I think it'll be Jack Haslam getting a telling off as well. Well, it's the first Steels goal in the league, and it's from Tommy Marshall from the bench. But now Bishop Auckland look to restore the 2-goal advantage. Right-footed cross going looking for that far post. It's just beyond everyone. Being chased down by May. He ends up booting it before he can go out. It's actually going to be a goal kick. He didn't get it before I go that way.
Who got the assist for the goal?
Pardon?
Do you know who got the assist for the goal?
Assist. Hardwick.
Was it a cross?
Yeah. I think that's only going to be. So it's back with Garman now. He's going to send it long as a heavy breeze starts to hit here, and in a way back to turn now to Tinker, who heads it on. Haslam's going to look to keep it in. He can't do so, but it will be a Bishop Auckland throw. 66 minutes gone in this game. It is 2-1 to Bishop Auckland. As Bishop Auckland on the attack, Johnson over the top, gets it to Timon on the right. Timon trying to control it into the middle. Now it goes. Tinker trying to block the cross, and he does look through, but it goes back to Bartlett, and recycling play well as it goes to Hodgson. In the middle now to Bartlett. Back to Hodgson and to Brown and
It's a long treatment.
over to the left to Robertson. He's going to be trying to fight there with Marshall, and Marshall ends up winning it off. And there's going to be a substitution here, so it's going to be Josh Robertson heading off, who I think's had a good game, and he's going to be replaced here by Jake Hackett.
Substitution officials in the 68th minute, coming off number 3, Josh Robertson, replaced by number 12, John Hart.
So it's
And number 6, Samuel Hodgson, replaced by number 15, Jake Hackett.
and Hodgson also heading off. Well, his heads up. Jake Hackett going off, so we're going to go Johnny Haas on this one. I believe he's a former Stockton player. Jake Hackett, another one of the players who joined for Bishop Auckland after Masker United's resignation from the league. Well,
Yeah. 12 to 3.
Stockbridge and a free kick. Oh, a late foul on him.
They definitely had 7 up.
Ball going long and be headed away by Brown. Cross goes in, headed away again by May. And he's going to go out for a corner kick, and the Steel's able to come back now. Deakin, who is a set piece specialist, will head over to take the corner. Deakin in swinging corner into the 6-yard area. Good punch away by Catterick. O'Connor looks to be the first onto it, chests it and then gets it to the right to Deakin. Deakin gets it beyond to Marshall, caught under his feet a bit, has to fight to keep it in. He can't do so, but in the end he makes it worse because he puts it out for a goal kick. 69 minutes gone in this game, 2-1 to Bishop Auckland. 20 minutes for the Steels to come back in this and get an equaliser. Doncaster Rovers are 2-1 up in their game against Acton. Lee Molyneux the goal scorer. And Belper Town have equalised against Heaton Stainton. Former Steel Nathaniel Crofts has scored for the Nailers, while Nicky Walker has made it 3-1 to Cleethorpes against Brighouse Town. They will be our first league leaders at this rate. As Turner knocks forward, looks at Hardwick, good control in space, going to try and find Marshall with the pass. It's a really good pass to Tommy Marshall. Marshall now facing up with Haas. Marshall trying to get beyond, but tries a tricky footwork. Haas goes, I'm not having any of that, but then he loses the ball to O'Connor, but then his tackle goes all the way out. Charles looks to be the first, but a big sliding tackle stops that. And a ball off at the top to Johnson, and it's another one that's got it out. It was on the line as Johnson faces up with Owen. Lofts the cross in, looking for the far side, and he can't be touched on by Bartlett. Will loop out for a throw in near the corner flag. Steele's almost caught out, having committed numbers forward. Back now with Tinker. Taking his time with it, will be it shot to Deakin, who's got loads of space, and now continues to have space, and will left-footed send it forward, looking for Marshall. Touchdown well by Brown. Marshall almost wins it, appeals for a foul, gets it, free kick. And it will. Deakin heads out to take this free kick. Joe Bartlett's been told, can you not block it, please? Turner's actually going to be the one to come up. What is it, going to be Turner or Deakin to take this free kick? Turner will be the club captain. Takes it short to Deakin, hoping to catch Bishop Auckland out, but they were ready for it. Deakin's been forced backwards now. Out, he's going sideways, and back it will go to Phillipson. Phillipson takes the touch forward and now sends it long, looking for Haslam, but will be headed away. But Jason Hardwick can't control it, goes to O'Connor, flicks it back in. Haslam's offside, won't be able to do anything to it, and it is cleared out to Bartlett, and now to Fielding. Takes touch back to Bartlett if it goes, and he's going to let it go now to Holdsworth, and then to Bartlett. He finds Johnson with a pass, who is really doing some brilliant running. Johnson going up with Owen now as he moves in on the right hand side, then doubles back and to the edge of the area, lofted cross for the far post, headed away well by Charlesworth, then goes to O'Connor, who pushes it out to Marshall, being forced backwards, and then back to Charlesworth, taking the touch. Continuing forward. Going to send it forward, looking for that run of Marshall. Ricochets around in that left back area, but Bishop Auckland on the ball and they clear it away. And it will be a free kick for a late challenge from Hardwick. 72 minutes gone. Are we going to see DeFalco Hernandez come on? Try and grab the goal that Steele's need for a point here. Back with Catterick now. Long ball forward. Headed away to the right hand side to Bartley, who has control, pushes away Tinker from it. They put it in the middle, but intercept by Owen, who clears it away. Goes to Hardwick, who's going to look to hold up the ball, and we'll flick it back to O'Connor. To the right to Charlesworth, who has some space. And we'll carry on forward as he crosses the halfway line. Down the right it goes. Tries to put the ball in the middle, but deflected. Hardwick's going to try and race onto it. Turns, his man has space. He's thinking the shot, he's going to lay it off to Deakin. Deakin takes a shot, launches it, it's over. It's great play from the Steels. It's fallen in an ideal spot for Deakin, but he leans back too far and sends it over. Big chance for Stocksbridge, which goes begging. 73 minutes gone. Cleethorpes now 4-1 up on Brighouse. Callum Foster the goal scorer. Here comes the on ball forward, and Dan Hernandez will be heading on shortly as the ball goes forward. Charles can only hit it behind him. Johnson's going to get onto this. He's on the left hand side this time, and it's Phillipson trying to block him. O'Connor helping. Johnson trying to go on, but good tackle from Turner. It gets it away as well. Back with Bishop Auckland in midfield, and they will give it all the way back to Brown, who comes forward with it. Hardwick going to challenge, but it'll be too heavy from Hardwick, and it will be a free kick. Hernandez will be sent back in. Ian Richards won't make a sub when we're defending a set piece. The Steels need to defend this free kick. Taken short out to the left here to Holdsworth, who's at the edge of the area. Back it goes to the left, cross going in. Big lofted cross going to the far side. Tinker heads it away. Haslam will get the ball first and turns centrally, and then little trickery gets him out wide again, out to Tinker, who gives it back to Owen and back to Tinker. Good work from the Steel's defence, and forward to Deakin, who's got acres of space to move into. Deakin, he's got option on the left of Haslam, he will take it. Haslam on the left, but sliding challenge from the number 4, Andrew May, stops that attack going, throwing for the Steels. But it was going to be a Steel sub, but Tinker's taken that too quickly. Owen on the ball, out to Turner. Tries to get the pass ball, but it's blocked back with Turner, and he will get a little shove in his back and then gets it out to Phillipson. Calm under pressure from Turner, and now it's out to Charlesworth. Charlesworth coming forward. Got Tommy Marshall as an option on the right, and that is an option that's been taken. Marshall now got the overlap of Charlesworth. Charlesworth back to Marshall. Marshall puts the cross in over the top, and it's a header. It's on target! That is Jack Haslam with the header, and the Steelers have equalised after being 2 behind. Jack Haslam has peeled off his marker and got the equaliser. It's 2-2. Can now the Steels go on and win this one? Or are we being a bit greedy at that point?
Who does it for them?
Pardon?
I think 10's coming off.
We've got a sub in. Haslam's come, and Jack Haslam immediately after scoring will be coming up, and Dan Hernandez replacing him. It's a great cross finger by Tommy Marshall, and now it's back with Catterick, and it's all even again with 14 minutes to go and added time as well. Charlesworth sends it forward, headed back into midfield to Turner, but then lost to Bartley. Out to the middle, back to Bartley. Into the middle, and then ball going forward, looking for Johnson's run, and Johnson, who's been so good in the second half. Back to Turner. Turner's going to look for the run of Marshall here, but it's because we're behind him. Marshall has to stop his run. Marshall does really well to control that, and he's been forced back now. Back to Charlesworth. Put into the middle to Turner, and back to Charlesworth. Trying to put it in the middle, but it's an interceptor pass, and out it goes. And Bishop Auckland tried to get the attack, but it's a poor pass, and Owen gets to Bishop Auckland. I think needs to just settle down for a bit. I think after being 2-0 up now, down to 2-2, and as the ball goes forward and miscontrol by High, but goes back to Tinker. Tinker's going to loft it over the top. He's looking for Hernandez. Hernandez wins it, takes it out to the right, lets it back now to Marshall. Marshall's putting the cross in, head away at the near post, just goes back to Hernandez, who chests it down, goes back to O'Connor. He tries to get it to the right, as Stocksbridge remain getting possession well near outside the box. To Marshall, back to Charlesworth. He's going to put the cross in, but that's sliced away by May. And then headed away, but only back to O'Connor. Seals are keeping the pressure up at the moment. And back to O'Connor. He's going to put a cross in. He's looking for Hardwick. That's going to be too heavy, and Catterick will come and collect that one. Ball going long here, headed away by Phillips, and goes to Tinker. Tinker's short to Hernandez, who's on the left wing, direct replacement for Hernandez. Forward to Hardwick. Hardwick forced back to Tinker, sent long, and Hernandez is onside, but he won't be quick enough to get on top before it goes to Catterick. Jerome Greaves is waiting to come on for the Bishops. Ball goes to the left-hand side. Get to Haas, who is having a tricky time dealing with Tommy Marshall. It's still worked out well for the Steelers, but not for Bishop Auckland quite yet. It's all the way back with Catterick, cleared all the way out, but by Catterick into the middle to Fielding, gets it to Bartlett, and this is where Bishop Auckland are going to win. Bartlett gets on the ball. It's a great pass from Bartlett to the left wing to Holder. Cross going in, it's a good cross, but it's Matty Timon who's almost got to it. Timon, who scored on the opening day against the Steels for Stockton last season, and looking to do the same for Bishop Auckland today. He won't do it today though, because he's heading off and being replaced by Jerome Greaves. So that's I say, he did score for Stockton against the Steels last year on opening day. It was that 2-2 draw, but now Greaves is the man who Bishop Auckland is sending on to try and restore their lead. Got some goals to tell you about. Belper are now leading against Heaton Stannington. Heaton August has scored. Well, August in August, it does fit. Jay Davis has doubled Garforth's lead against Liversedge. That is a fantastic Derby Day win heading to Garforth so far. And Sheffield are now leading against Newton Aycliffe. Connor Cutts has scored. 80 minutes gone in this game, and Garman will send this ball long, but it's just going to go out of play for a throw-in. Thrown in by Clealdrop, back to Clealdrop, who will send this on. Look for Greaves, but it's a poor one. It'll be out for a Steels throw. And we're waiting for a ball. We're waiting for one of the Bishop fans to play ball boy out there. He gets it back in now, and the game will resume. Tinker has the throw here. Ball goes long, Harder gets pushed down, nothing given, and Turner slices the ball into the air. And it's going to be an awkward bouncing one before Owen clears it away. Hernandez will fight for it, and it's been set away from him, goes to Deakin, who just sends it in the air, and the wind is starting to take this as it's picking up, and it's working in Bishop's advantage at the moment. The ball goes away, Deakin will flick it away, goes out for a Bishop Auckland throw. Ball goes forward, flicked on, but only back for Deakin, who will clear it away. Hardwick's going to try and hold on to it. He heads it on, no one's there for it. Hardwick will try and cause a problem. We'll go all the way back to Catterick. The ball is going to go long, and it's going to go all the way back here for... Wait, are we having multiple substitutes now in Northern Premier League? Because we've had the 3 substitutes from Bishop Auckland, and they're preparing a 4th. though they did do 2 at once, so this would be the new rule. These would be the Premier League rules.
No idea, mate.
But that's one toss data out afterwards as Tinker will go for the throw-in. And here comes that 4th substitute. As it's Liam Cook, a former Stockton man, heading on for Brandon Holford. We saw it in the FA Cup, but obviously that makes sense. But maybe it's now a case in the Northern Premier League too. We don't know about this rule change. That's going to be some mad googling of the Northern Premier League website. Mole flicks on and Bishop Auckland have it and they send it downfield. Garmin have to be aware of it.
11.
And Garmin does collect. Back to keeper. Taking his time with it, Garmin. And here it eventually goes. Garmin sending it long. Deacon's going to look to get the header on. He flicks it on. Look, Harvick tries to get on, but cleared away before it can get to him. Tinker heads it back towards. Hernandez can't stretch far enough, and it will go out. Dan Hernandez, the former Rangers man. As Catterick sends it forward. Phillipson, it goes beyond him. Got Charles will clear, but only back it goes to. Well won off him by Turner. Goes to Deacon. Deacon sends it forward, not a great one, but Marshall might get onto this. If he's going to get a touch, it's going to bounce Auckland in the box. Marshall's got the header. He's on the ball in the box. He's forced out to the left wing now to Deacon. He's got options in the middle. Back it goes to Marshall, puts the cross in and goes to O'Connor. No, flicks it, goes to the back to Hernandez trying to get a touch. It's bouncing in the box. Deacon takes a shot, blocked. And then May will clear it. Marshall blocks that clearance though, and it's not gone complete way. It goes to Tinker, will take to find Marshall. The offside flag will rightly go up. 84 minutes gone in this game. 2-2. And back now with Catterick as both teams chase the winner. Switched over to that left-hand side. And it's going to be pushed forward by Haas, who charges forward and then passes it, tries to return back to him, and does, and it's going to be back with Hackett. Poor pass in the middle, win by Deacon, gets forward to Hart, it's a poor pass there, and Bishop Auckland quickly get the ball back, maybe just a bit too quick from the steals. Off the ball to the right wing, looking at Johnson, who's had the beating of Owen all the time so far. Johnson on the right, beats Owen there, cross going in, look for the far post. Charles with a game-saving header, is still in the area, and now back for O'Connor. Owen has had a tricky time dealing with Johnson in this second half. Now back for Deacon. Deacon slows it down to O'Connor. O'Connor will look to find an answer. Really poor from O'Connor, and it's back with Bishop Auckland. In the middle it goes to Hackett. Switch over to the left side, looking for that run of Haas, but it's going to be Charles who slices his clearance. Will be a Bishop Auckland free kick. Throw in. It's in play now. Bishop on the left hand side, triangle in the middle. O'Connor almost intercepting it. Maybe it quicker. Still with Bishops with Fielding. Get it out here into the centre, and with acres of space is Eckley Aldsworth, and the original goal scorer takes it past Hernandez as he cuts in. Left footed ball into the middle. Good header away. Just goes to the edge here to Hackett. We'll spread it out to that left wing, looking to get beyond Charlesworth. Looking to get the touch back into the middle. Off the cross into the middle, and he's going to go beyond everyone. And we'll go out for a throw in to Stocksbridge near the flag. Stocksbridge will look to get this one away. Cleethorpes are now 5-1 up on Brighouse. Will Annan, the late scorer. That's 12 goals in 2 games for Cleethorpes. Up next for Stocksbridge, Cleethorpes. Looking forward to that one. Craig Rouse has had a very positive impact on the seaside, obviously. With the throw, launches the throw downfield, looking at Hernandez, who controls it well, and will be a free kick to Bishop Auckland for a foul that Harvard committed. Hernandez has been told to move, short pass taken here to fielding, switched over to the left wing quickly. Marshall will go back to try and cover, but over to the left it goes, and Bishop trying to see if they can cause anything, but Stockbridge have stacked the defence over on that side as it's back with Hackett now, and back it will go to shortly forward to fielding. Jolly well, back in, but back it goes. And it's just Bishop Auckland have it in the defence, but the Steels will be happy for him to keep it. As Hackett will look to get it onto that left-hand side, now cut in the middle. Big crunching and fair sliding challenge from Charlesworth. Now to Hardwick. Hardwick will look for the run of O'Connor, maybe just a bit too ahead of him. May will read, and back with Catterick it goes. O'Connor will press, and brave pass by Catterick, passing it beyond O'Connor. And then a long ball forward. Headed on well, goes to Johnson. Owen will look to cover him. Johnson goes on the outside, tries to put the ball in the middle, and it's Fortune with a massive clearance at the end. It's a corner kick to Bishop Auckland. 88 minutes gone, corner kick for the Steels to defend. Man City have equalised in the Community Shield through Bernardo Silva. It's 1-1 at Wembley. Looks like it'll be Hackett taking this corner. Jay Davies has scored his second for Garforth. They're 3-0 on Liversidge now. Steels need to defend a set piece. It's a good looking corner. Good header away by Owen. First onto it will be Louis Johnson on the left hand side, being forced backwards for now. He's going to try and put a cross in. It's a good looking cross. Garman though claims it well. He's happily clutched that one to his chest. Doncaster now 4-1 up on Accrington Stanley. Billy Sharp has scored. Garman going to take his time in, and then right-footed, send it long. He's looking for Hardwick. Hardwick appealing to the ref more than actually fighting for it there as Owen clears it away, goes to Marshall, who flicks it over, looking for the left-hand side for Hernandez, but there will be a free kick and a foul on Marshall. Full time at Heaton Stannington. Belper Town have won 2-1 up in Newcastle.
Another sub, wasn't it?
No.
No, I thought can't be another sub.
It's with Turner now. So 4 minutes off at a time. So we're just about to get into it. There's been a late goal at Ossett that we'll tell you about later as Turner puts the ball into the box, but it's headed away, goes to the right wing, and will go out for a throw-in. We'll tell you about that goal now. Ossett in the 92nd minute have equalised against Ashington. Jamie Sharman the scorer. That is a long trip to Rua last minute goal. I'm hoping those words don't come back and bounce me, because we have our own 2-hour coach journey back after this. And there is another late goal at Sheffield involving Newton Aycliffe. Charlesworth will put the cross in. It's a good looking cross in. It's headed behind by a Bishop player. It's going to go out to their right hand side. Onto it first is Bartliff. Back it goes in defence, and they will clear it out. Cleared to Turner, who heads it forward to Deacon, who chests it, but well won by Bartliff. Into the middle it goes to Hackett. Cleared away, and Charlesworth will get it back into the middle. Well won play here, but Bishop Auckland looking to pass it through. Well looking for Greaves, but cleared away before it can get to him. Back in defence, not the greatest touch in defence, but back it goes anyway. And Bishop Auckland keep the ball. In with their centre back now, with Brown. Now to May. Takes a touch and picked up now by Fielding, who's dropped deep to help him. Now back to Fielding after 1-2, and then over to May. Forward it goes, and it's a heavy touch, and that's why Turner tried to pounce, and it's a poor pass back, and just about kept in, and then back to Catterick, and Hardwick will try and press him, and good play by Catterick, and Hardwick wasn't able to get to him there, and Catterick will now try and send it up left side. It's going to fall short though, I think, but no, Marshall's going to fight for it though after it bounces awkwardly for Haas, and Marshall wins the ball and keeps it in. Marshall will give it back to Charles. If it's passed back, and Charles will now return it over to Garman, who slices it and out for a throw-in. That piles pressure on. Late goal to Newton Aycliffe in the 96th minute of equalising Sheffield FC. That is a 2-2. 1-0 to Sherwood Colliery, full time against Consett, and 1-0 to Emily against Grimsby Borough. That's a full time score. 2 minutes of stoppage time have elapsed. Bishop Auckland have been pressed and they're trying to force further back and then into the left hand side. Heavy touch, Charlesworth fighting for it here. Just bounce Auckland. Charlesworth has won it now. Back it will go to O'Connor, who will send that downfield. Hardwick is going to look to fight for it and just misses out on the header. Back it goes to Eckley Aldsworth and he'll give it back to Catterick. Marshall almost winning that ball off him. Over to the left hand side now and off the ball to lovely Louis Johnson, who is offside. He's timed his run so well, Louis Johnson, during this game. He's been really impressive in the second half. That time he wasn't able to do it and the linesman's flag goes up. Back to be a Garman free kick. So back now with Garman, as we are a minute away from full time now. Is there any late drama in this? As it goes forward, Hernandez touches it back to Deakin. Deakin controls it to the right to Charlesworth, who comes forward. Charlesworth sends it over the top for Marshall, who got a good battle with Haas. And he's won most of him. He's got the ball there, puts the ball in. Hardwick, he's looking for it at the near post, and it's cleared out for a corner, and the Steels have a big opportunity at the end. And it was from a corner kick that the Steels won their FA Cup match last week, and they will be looking to do the same today. And Elliot Owen, the man who did it, is heading up towards the 6-yard area. Deakin on the corner. Left footed. Goes into the 6-yard area. It's Alex Phillipson, who scored the goal last week, has won it for the Steels surely in the final minute. Bishop Auckland get the worst introduction to the Northern Premier League East, and how brutal it can be, but the Steels have possibly won it in the 93rd minute. What a potentially epic win from 2-0 down. The Steels may well have just won it. An absolutely incredible effort from close range. It's not actually, it's just a scrambled in one. But what a moment. Bishop Auckland on the ball now. We are in the 5th minute of added time. We only had 4 allotted. I think when the ball goes out, we might have it finished. And that is it. It is 3-2 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. It was 2-0. Oh, Louis Johnson with a great finish, making it so. But then Tommy Marshall, Jack Asam, and then Alex Phillipson again has won it for the Steels on the opening day. What an incredible result after being 2-0 down for Stocksbridge. It's brutal for Bishop Auckland. This is what the Northern Premier League is like. We've had the worst of it too. It's a brutal division at times. But the Steels will head back down to South Yorkshire with 3 points. We'll be back again on Wednesday night as we host Cleethorpes down. Maybe there'll be some more late drama there as well. We'll see you there. I've been Adam Allcroft. Thank you very much for everyone who's been listening. We'll see you then, and we'll can't wait to see you, Bishop Auckland, at Brackenmore. Thank you very much, and good night.